folks, Doyle Dykes here, and welcome to the Guitar Pour series for the Chet Atkins medley. And this is the Chet Atkins medley that I did. Now I have a number of medleys from Chet's music. He had so many songs. I mean, he covered everything. It's amazing. And but this is what I did on the Grand Ole Opry, July the 24th, of course, 2021. And we were commemorating his passing 20 years before, so it was 20 years ago. And so I asked the folks at the Opry, would you allow me to do some Chet songs and to remember Chet and to honor him? And oh yeah, of course, whatever you want to do, I'm sure. But that was what I wanted to do, and asked me if I wanted to use the band. So I said, well, of course. And so I had Eddie Bayers on drums, and he played with Chet, and Larry Paxton, of course, I'm sure he's recorded with Chet through the years, or played with him on stage or whatever. But all these guys loved Chet, and all the musicians loved Chet Atkins stuff. And they all play. I mean, most of them play everything, And so when I'm up on the stage and they're about to announce me, I just happened to look over and I had my orange amp. I had my Tremlord 30, and I was going. They had it mic'd, and I was going direct, just like this, through my little acoustic pedal. I hope you can see that. It was right here, and I have another. This is the other setup. For my road thing, but you could just take a direct out, and it went into the house, and but the amp wasn't on, and I think they knew I had a signal, but and so play something for the for the feed, and I said my amp isn't on, and of course they had already walked it off stage, and the band guys, I think Larry and Eddie, they went over and grabbed them. They said, Doyle's amp isn't on. And I happened to look, and it wasn't plugged in because I had my pedal board, and so the guy, he ran over there, and they're talking about me, about to introduce me. I'm standing there in the circle with all these thousands of people, and he went over and he pulled and he reached over and plugged it in, and it still wasn't on. And he was walking away. I said, still isn't on. There was no light, no amp light, indicator light. And sure enough, when he pulled it out of the back of the amp a little bit, because it's a receptacle that goes inside, 3-prong cord, like a computer cord. And I figured he must have just pulled it ever so slightly. And so I said, push it back in the amp. And so he went over and pushed it in. The light came on. And Eddie patted me on the back. Okay, Doyle. I said, yeah, I'm good. And I'm going, waiting for it to come on. And they said, here's Doyle Dykes. And I said, well, here we are at the Grand Ole Opry. Great to be here tonight. We want to honor Chet Atkins, who passed away 20 years ago this month. And then this is Oh by Jingo. And that was it. I mean, you never know what's going to happen at the Grand Ole Opry. Just one of those things that happen. But thank God for a great crew over there, great stage crew, and everybody. And it turned out to be a great night. So I wanted to go over these songs, and Oh by Jingo was the first one. And then the second one was Three Little Words. And then the third one was Salty Dog Rag. And then the fourth one, we put a lot in there, was Poor People of Paris. And then it ended up in Avalon. And so I'll go over in this particular video, I'll go over Oh by Jingo. I think they call it Oh by Jingo, Oh by G. She's the Only Girl for Me, or something like that. Seemed like it was an old movie tune or something, but Chet would take these old songs and just make them his own. And I always loved that song, tried to play it when I was a kid, still trying to play it. And I'm not saying these are exactly like Chet did it, but this is the way I did it, and I hope you like it. And so the first lick is, there's no muting of the bass, so it's, and you can see I'm hammering on the A minor. It starts off with a hammer. And so it's like, so you're alternating your bass, but you're not doing that. You're Well, I guess you are, but you're doing a double thing with your index and your thumb on the 4th string. So yeah, your thumb is still going 5, 4, 6, 4, but here we go. And I usually hit the 5th string. And I hit my 9th chords backwards. Most people hit them like this. I do mine with my 2nd finger on these 3 strings. This is a D9, then my index, and then my 3rd finger over the top. And the reason so I can do things like that. So anyway, and this is like an augmented 7th, but it's just, I wouldn't even call it a chord there, just trying to name the chord, but it is part of the melody, you know. And this is a little lick that Chet would do, but most people pull down. I don't do that. So if you do, you can pull down, but I pull up. And there's some friction in there, so you're pulling. That's the way I do it. And then catch the C up here. Okay, again. Again. So you're in the key of C, so I'm doing a thumb over and I'm just doing this bass. And that's like an augmented 7th, B7, B augmented 7. But I'm just hitting partial. So you're in C. And then C. That's a D7 moved up 2 frets. And this is a D7 with an F sharp in the bass. And I add that little C here. And then I catch. So he did a lot of little licks. He's just bouncing off the 4th string and the 5th string. 4th string is open. And so this part is I play it more like Travis there than I do Chet, but I think he did that too, to be honest. And so this is a form of a G7 with a 2. So, and you're, and sometimes I'll do. I like to do it like that because it keeps things rolling. And they stop there, and I'm just doing moving a C up 2 frets to a D. So you're just taking a little break, doing some single string runs. G, F, open. It's an open triad, which is an E minor, and then A flat 7, and then G7, then same thing again. Chet did a lot of this kind of stuff. He would just slide his thumb up. And that's an F major 7 actually, but you just, that's why you do thumb overs, because you're playing the melody and you may need that open E and not doing a bar. And do a little run. Same thing as the intro. And I do this different than the record. And that's a D minor 7. So after this part, and in the song, if you do the whole song, that's the way the song goes, but we're not doing that bridge part or whatever that is. We're actually changing songs. So we're in, so I'm going to and then you go to the next song. So it just sets you up. So instead of saying on the song, you just use that. That's just something I put together. And it brings into 3 little words. Well, I hope you're getting something out of this. Oh, by Jingo, the Chet Medley from Saturday night at the Grand Ole Opry, July 24th, 2021. Hope you're enjoying this. Thanks.